Namaskara. Welcome to Bengaluru.
Welcome here, Aman. He just arrived.
The Power Circuit team is back in Karnataka for a special series of digital shows on which way the wind is blowing in Karnataka. So what are we going to do, Pallavi, first?
We are going to first take a metro ride. The pride of Karnataka, the pride of Bengaluru, the Namma Metro.
So let's go to MG Road and capture from people what do they think and what is happening in Karnataka these elections.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
So this is the flagship Namma Metro.
This is the Namma Metro, and so interestingly also, Pallavi, a lot of this election, as you saw, Mr. Narendra Modi has been here since yesterday. He's been stressing a lot on this double engine development in Karnataka. So I think Namma Metro is one of the examples of that. And I remember Amit Shah saying in one speech that Congress government ने कुछ metro पे काम नहीं किया, but अब कुछ 30 किलोमीटर मेट्रो बन गया है बैंगलोर में और कहीं पिलर लग रहा है, कहीं खंबा लग रहा है, तो लोगों को लग रहा है कि डेवलपमेंट ऑन मेट्रो इज फाइनली हैपनिंग. Do you think infra is
Yes, you know, Aman, I've been here in Bengaluru city for the last 3 days. Not just over here, even in the local areas, I mean the smaller areas and towns. You know, everyone you speak to actually talks about the fact that we need infrastructural development. And you know, remember when we talk about Delhi, Sheila Dikshit, what really swung in their favor was the fact of infrastructure development. And you know, Bengaluru, as you must have noticed, has a huge traffic issue. And over here, a metro ride really matters. I mean, we can see from the crowds beyond out, even on a Sunday,
Yes.
it is kind of relatively packed. It's not khali at all. So this is now going to be an important pitch. And when the Prime Minister and the top-notch ministers talk about, you vote for us, we're going to get you more infrastructure, that is, there's a specific reason why the BJP has that as a strategy,
that
right?
joke is there na. I saw on Instagram ki ek aadmi wo comedy, I think one of the stand-ups person said I was in Bangalore, तो Google Maps वाली जो लड़की है वही मुझसे बात करना शुरू कर दी कि ट्रैफिक नहीं चलता है यहाँ पे. So in a way I think the metro is a boon for a city like Bangalore, you know, which the roads are not as wide as Delhi. You know, we are used to wide roads in Delhi, but roads are not as wide. And on the other hand, you know,
So there are people coming and going, and yeah, it's a nice, lot of young people also I can see.
Yeah, so you know, so for such a city, I think you know the numbers of traffic have grown, and so infra-wise, I think metro is a much needed thing, and it is coming up at a fast pace. So the criticism always been metro has been the progress has been very slow over the years. So right now we are now going to MG Road, which is like the hub of
And the most happening place.
the most happening place. So this metro takes us from the Vidhan Sabha metro station to the MG Road metro station. So, and let's go there and check out maybe the leading pubs there. What is the feeling in the pubs? And what
Just
is
the feeling in the pubs.
Just the feeling in the pubs, and what do the people think about the elections? And let's go and check it out, Pallavi.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we are reaching the MG Road metro station, which is the hub of Bangalore, the really the nightlife of Bangalore and the young people and the pub culture of Bangalore, which is famous, of course. And you can arrive here right on a metro. So let's see what the youngsters here say. What do they feel about the Karnataka elections and about especially the issue of infrastructure in these elections? Is it how important it is for the people of Karnataka? So we are at Skydex by Sherlock, one of the most famous pubs of Bengaluru. Just got off the MG Road metro station,
In
right?
fact, it's just there.
It's just there, just right opposite. And it's a daytime, so not many people in here yet. But Bengaluru is known for its nightlife, and we are at work, so we are.
Nimbu Pani is coming soon.
So Pallavi, maybe discussing the way the election is going. You know, one thing that is coming out very clearly in Mr. PM Modi's couple of days of campaigning here, that the Congress jibes against him, be it the poisonous snake or Modi teri kabar khudegi, you know, these kind of things, you know, he's in cashing on it. Do you think the Congress is worried?
If they weren't worried, they wouldn't have retracted this comment. I mean, you know, if you notice, within an hour's time, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge had actually issued a statement saying that if we have, can we have a Nimbu Pani, please? So, you know, thank you. Okay, this is just proof that we are having Nimbu Pani here at the pub. You know, but you know, Aman, if they were not worried, they wouldn't have retracted it within an hour's time.
Within an
You know,
hour's
we
time.
saw Mr. Kharge actually saying, I don't want to hurt anybody. Because, you know, their worry also is that we don't want the issue to be diverted from what we are calling it a 40% Sarkara Commission Wala Sarkar. Corruption. Ironically, the Congress party is focusing a lot on that over here. So therefore, they don't want to give that inch to the BJP where they feel that the edge can go to them if the personal comments against the Prime Minister is used.
Absolutely, and I think both Mr. D.K. Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah, the two CM aspirants in the Congress, have kept the campaign very, very locally focused on the issue of corruption, as you say, on the issue of 40% pay CM campaign, or be it the 4 guarantees of the Congress for the people. So I think what Mr. Kharge's comment, in a way, I think even the state Congress would not have been very pleased with it. The way, as you correctly said, the quick retraction came. But the other point that he's highlighting a lot in his rallies is this double engine development. Again and again in yesterday's rallies, in today's rallies as well, he's saying that Karnataka mein double engine ka sakar hai. This infra is coming. Look at how modern Karnataka has become. Look at how much FDI has come into Karnataka. Look at the number of startups which have come and set up shop here.
And it matters in a city like Bangalore, in all those cities where there are a large number of young people who are coming in. It really matters because wherever I was traveling, they were all talking about jobs, better opportunities. So, what he says with a maksad, with a clear strategy in mind, isn't it?
That look forward, that the development is coming, don't stop this. That is obviously the pitch from the Prime Minister that, good things are happening to Karnataka. Obviously, Congress says that good things are not happening. Congress says whatever is happening in Karnataka, the 40% commission is being taken away. That's the allegation, which does resonate among some people. Obviously, Congress is strong here in the state. But I think this culture of Bangalore, the modern culture, the IT hub, the startup hub, the youngsters hub, the pub culture.
A large number of first-time voters.
Large number of young first-time voters, and PM Modi and especially BJP does have a strong constituency amongst the young first-time voters, who have not seen maybe a Congress government, in power at the center for a long time, since 2004. Whoever is the first-time voter has seen Mr. Modi, essentially in the last 9 years. So, but if we speak also of Karnataka, Pallavi, the sense also is that it looks like a tight election, isn't it?
Oh yes, very, very tight election, and there were certain areas where I've crossed through where, people are hinting that we're looking at change. But I want to ask you very quickly, JDS factor, no one is actually talking about them because that's also what the Congress is a little worried about. If the JDS starts doing very well, then the anti-BJP votes, will that be divided? Is that going to worry? I mean, no one wants to allow the JDS to become the kingmaker.
Obviously, I think 2 theories to JDS. One theory is that it will get 30 to 35 seats and, be in a very strong position. Nobody will be able to form a government without the JDS. But the other theory also in Karnataka, Pallavi, I've heard from some people, is that JDS is going to completely collapse. That, even in old Mysuru, which is this stronghold.
What happened in Punjab on the Akalis, remember?
Akalis, or look at the Mayawati in UP, that the third party is simply going to collapse because the voter also is very intelligent. He knows that they are not in a position to form a government. They're going to pay spoiler in the end. So let's focus
and I think people now are increasingly making up their mind is we don't want a hung government.
Yeah.
We want to give it a clear mandate. So in that sense, a loser becomes, say, something like a JDS. I don't know about you, but wherever I travel, a little bit I've traveled, not many people were talking to me about the JDS. It was either talking about the Congress or they're talking about the BJP, which suits both the political parties.
Exactly. It's become more like a bipolar election. I think the JDS gains, whichever will be limited to old Mysore, and in a way I think the Congress is going to give a tough fight to JDS there as well, because Mr. Siddaramaiah is contesting from Varuna, so the presence of the senior Congress leadership is very much there in the region of old Mysore, and I think that is going to matter a lot. But a few days left for polling, and I think also from the power circuit team we would appeal to Bangaloreans, please go out and vote, because that has always been in the urban apathy has always been that the voting percentage.
They complain but they don't vote.
They don't vote. Exactly. In Bangalore, also, we have heard that from many people that Bangalore has many problems. It has infrastructure problems. It has problems of traffic, potholes, waterlogging. But when the date for the election comes, people are generally focusing only on caste. So this is also something, that emerges, that people forget about these problems when the voting day comes.
Yes, absolutely. So we do urge both Aman and I, do go out and vote, because your task doesn't just stop with complaining. That's the next step ahead, and that's the reason why political parties should and are also now focusing on development.
Absolutely. That is the first edition of Power Circuit. The first episode, we'll be moving out of Bangalore very soon to get you more episodes of Power Circuit. Please join us again, and cheers, Pallavi.
Cheers to the Nimbu Pani we both are having.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.